Happily, one of the stars of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Christina Coleman has the story from LA today. Good morning, Christina.
Hi, good morning, Bill. Reality star and former Olympian Caitlyn Jenner is throwing her hat in the ring for governor of California. She just announced she has filed initial paperwork to run for office. And in just the last hour, she tweeted, "I'm in. California is worth fighting for." She then directs her 3.5 million followers to her campaign website, Caitlyn for California. It doesn't list off any of her policy positions, but they're already selling merchandise from California wine glasses to bumper stickers. She also just released a statement stating why she wants to run. It says in part, "For the past decade, we have seen the glimmer of the Golden State reduced by one-party rule that places politics over progress and special interest over people. Sacramento needs an honest leader with a clear vision." And there's definitely going to be a lot more vision and eyes on this effort to recall Governor Gavin Newsom, with Caitlyn Jenner announcing her bid for office. Her supporters believe her celebrity status will definitely help. Jenner publicly showed support for Trump before. She's a longtime Republican and a transgender rights activist in this deep blue state. Axios reports that a campaign advisor says that Jenner is running as someone that's socially liberal and a fiscally conservative person. In her announcement today, she already slammed California's COVID lockdowns, calling them over-restrictive. She also criticized the state's taxes, saying they're way too high, killing jobs and hurting families. Now, as for the recall election, it's not official yet, but everyone in California expects it to happen.
You're going to get a lot of attention on this. Thanks, Christina. Nice to see you in a
running Hallie that include Kevin Falconer, who's the former mayor of San Diego, as well as John Cox, who ran against Newsom and lost in 2018. And it does kind of bring up a lot of memories of the 2003 recall that actually elevated another celebrity, Arnold Schwarzenegger, which was actually the very first political contest I covered for NBC News when I joined the network. And while I think a lot of people are drawing comparisons, Hallie, to that 2003 race, I think there are two very, very big differences between now and then. Number one has to actually do with the political identity that Arnold Schwarzenegger had versus Caitlyn Jenner's. Arnold Schwarzenegger was actually a known name political entity in California before that recall. He'd also married into a very political family. This time around, Caitlyn Jenner doesn't really have a lot of that political experience. The other big difference is just the political makeup of California versus where it was almost 20 years ago, where California is much more democratic. And so for Gavin Newsom to be recalled and a Republican or anyone stepping in his place, it's going to take a humongous effort to convince a lot of Democratic voters to recall Gavin Newsom.
Axios is reporting she does have a couple of folks from former President Trump's inner circle that are on board helping her campaign. Do you think that is good or bad, given the political makeup of very blue California, as you just described?
Yeah, Hallie, of course, you want as much help as you always can have from political seasoned hands. But one of the arguments that the Newsom campaign and Democrats have been making is this entire recall election is being sponsored by Trump Republicans and Republicans who want to oust Newsom, not in the year in which Gavin Newsom's going to be up for re-election in 2022, but a year before. And so, this, I think, could end up fitting into that argument that Democrats are saying that this is just the actions by Trump Republicans who want to overturn the